Back in February of 2024, I decided to buy a National Trust annual pass for my family. We were visiting Bath earlier in the year and we had some ideas for the summer holiday to travel around the UK. Check out my blog series on www.JustPickOneUK for our adventures called 3 Peaks in 3 Weeks. So with this adventuring in mind, I thought it would be a good idea to have the option of some plans for some days out, culture, beauty, and generally just less thinking about what would be involved when we travelled around the country. For anyone outside the UK or doesn't know, the National Trust is a charitable organisation which looks after and manages over 500 properties across England and Wales. These vary in different styles. There are grand houses, gardens, coastal areas, and sites of global historical interest. These are all very important sites, and without organisations like the National Trust, a lot of them would have been lost to time or disrepair. Each location is different, but the large houses and gardens usually have a place to park your car, either on site or nearby, which sometimes has a fee for non-members, and then an entry fee for the place that you're visiting. All of the money goes towards restoration and maintenance of that individual site or the management of the trust itself. In a lot of locations there is a cafe on site, but you will be unlikely to find this in areas where it's just an interesting hill or piece of landscape. But many places have toilets and disabled facilities, including access paths where possible. Plus, the all-important second-hand bookshop, which we found many an interesting read. A lot of the larger properties put on special events and activities for children during the school holidays. Half term at Stonehenge had spear throwing, catapult throwing, and information about life in the Stone Age, including the foods eaten and huts showing their way of life. At Christmas, Hinton Ampner was decorated to a very high standard, showcasing the beautiful artwork, and the rooms looked absolutely spectacular. The National Trust also has holiday cottages, hotels and campsites dotted around the country, making for a different type of donation to the Trust while still enjoying a holiday of your own. In 2024, I have been lucky enough to visit the Killerton Estate in Devon. We have been to Laycock near Bath. This is a fantastic place and has been a film set for many, many years. Being the centre for Meryton in 1995's Pride and Prejudice, Laycock Abbey was also used as a place for Hogwarts in the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, as well as many other productions. Brownsea Island, Kingston Lacey, and Hinton Ampner. Mottisfont was absolutely gorgeous, and visiting during Roses Week in June was something that was truly special. And in 2023 I visited Stourhead in Somerset, which is such an amazing place. The cost of the annual family pass in 2025 is £159, but this is subject to change, so you should visit the website to find out current prices. The annual family pass includes unlimited entry into the National Trust properties and car parks for 2 adults who live at the same address and their children. You receive a location handbook giving details of all the properties being managed by the National Trust and a general idea of their locations and what can be found on site. It's always worth checking the individual website of any property you're thinking of visiting, because a lot of the properties are staffed by volunteers and are not open every day. The average cost of a day ticket at a property at the National Trust is around £13 per adult, and a child over 5 years is £6.50, making a family of 3 like mine £32.50 per visit, plus any car parking fees. So by visiting just 5 properties, or making 5 visits to a property in 1 year, covers our costs. Everything after that is just a wonderful free day out. There are other types of memberships on offer for individuals, couples, and lifetime memberships, each available at a different cost, which is now on screen. This is the pricing structure as at February 2025, so please have a look at the National Trust's website for more information if you're watching at a later time. Yes, we did. The properties are so lovely to visit. It gives our family the option of 3 days out in a place that we know there's going to be parking, food, toilets, and something different to see each time. There are lots of places I want to visit in the future, and some I want to return to with my good cameras, so I can get more footage and more spectacular photos. There are so many reasons to visit National Trust properties, and so many different types of properties to choose from, we felt it was worth another year of exploring. For all of the latest information about the National Trust, head over to their website at www.nationaltrust.org.uk. If you have any questions about the properties that I've visited, or the National Trust in general, or if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, as it really does help the channel, and subscribe to see more from Just Pick One and future adventures with the National Trust. If you're interested in the properties I've visited already, have a look at this link here, and it will show you all of the properties that I've seen so far. Until next time.